Yo, so welcome to another video. If you're a fashion brand owner, e-com owner, or a marketer, whoever you are, and you probably click on this video so you know about how to work with influencers, how to communicate with them, how to set the vision right, stuff like that, how to choose the right influencer and really, have a long-term good partnership. Because I see, especially a fashion brand owner, they tend to go very wrong about this. The only thing they think about is like the best influencer in terms of having the biggest follower, stuff like that. You by the way, you don't actually, in nowadays space, you don't actually need an influencer that has a lot of followers, right? So I'm gonna talk about it right now. So if you don't know what is influencer marketing, it's quite simple, right? Basically, when you work with influencers or celebrities, the consumers, their audience is not buying into your like brand image. Like usually if you run ads or do TikToks on your brand's account or Reels account on Instagram, how it works is that their audience is trying to be like the influencer, which means they buy your product as a brand, not because they wanna, they know your brand. They don't know your brand at all. They like not necessarily it doesn't even have to be the fact that they like your product. It might only be the fact that they like the influencer, right? And again, you sell a lifestyle product, so you gotta be in this lifestyle knowledge, leveraging the psychological part of business as well. If you don't trust that business is actually psychological a lot, creativity is also psychological, then I don't know, bro, like you just should stop doing your creative stuff. Anyways, so simple 4 steps, right? We have simple 4 steps as to how you should be, you get to get into the influencer workflow, right? And as I was saying, you don't really need to work with an actual influencer that has a lot of followers. You can also just find someone who knows content creation, and they might not even need an account. Maybe they have the skill set, right? And on top of it, they might not even have to show their faces, right? But again, let's talk about the actual influencer, the celebrities, rappers, artists, shit like that. But again, you don't need an influencer that has a shit ton of followers. You can just find someone with a skill set of an influencer, which also could, at the end could be even cheaper for you, especially if you're starting out in this space. So the first step to working with an influencer is installing necessary plugins on host, which means, let's say you're on Shopify, you want to install plugins, right? Affiliate programs, you can go to the Shopify app store and you can find a lot of programs like plugins that will allow you to create an influencer program. What an influencer program is simply put, it's a place where it can generate a link, right? You can create a form there for the influencer. Let's say you found an influencer, now you're onboarding them. They fill out all of their information, they get a tracking code, and now you can track everything that is going through the influencer on that app, right? And on that plugin or app, you can even find influencers there. So it's like an influencer marketing platform, basically, if you want to see it like that. Very simple, right? Platform to do influencer work, right? Tracking the sales that come through them, tracking how much you pay them, stuff like that. Simple. Next step, right? Once you have that set up and everything, choosing what plans you want to give them, how much percentage do you want to set a milestone. Like let's say they've already brought 100 sales for you. Like do you want that kind of account of that influencer to be able to level up, right? Like let's say set a milestone, 100 customers, right? Then they're gonna get more percentage, or monthly free products, stuff like that. You are creating a plan for the influencer. So next step is simple. Going to social media, searching for influencers, celebrities, or artists, rappers, or asking people around you if they would want to work for your brand, in a sense of do some photos, mainly videos. I would focus in nowadays space for videos as a priority. But if they would be down to do like a bake as well, that would be even another thing for you, right? So another creative source for you. So you source them, you qualify them, and you input them in some Excel sheet, right? Create an Excel sheet, very simple, right? If you don't know about, if you don't know how to create Excel sheet and how to really manage this kind of stuff, let me down below in the comments, but it's simple. You create a sheet, everything about the influencer, their engagement, followers, their link to the Instagram, their email, contacts, stuff like that, right? So you're sourcing them, meaning that you're creating a list of people you want to hit up, right? Simple as that. Next up, once you have a list, once you have the program ready, right, you shall begin the outreach, right? You craft a message, very simple. You don't need to even overthink this, right? Because influencers, they are in the space to do the stuff that are, you basically, you can craft a very simple message like, hey, name, loved your style, right? Loved your style about XYZ when you worked with XYZ brand, for example, right? They work with another brand that you might know and you want to say that. We'd love to send you a piece in exchange for some creatives. Who knows? We might be able to work on long-term basis as well. Again, I freestyle this message, but you get the idea. It's very simple. Like you just keep it simple, right? And even before you send this kind of message, you can, reply to their story. Like you use the social media as how it should be done, right? Just, reply to their stories a few times, wait before you get out of the requested folders, and then, do, hey, look, bro, I really love your style. We've been talking for a while. Do you want a piece, right? In exchange for some creatives, let's work. Simple. Like it's very simple, right? A lot of people tend to overthink this, right? So the next step when they say yes, right? Next step when they say yes is, first thing first, onboarding them onto the program, right? So now you go back to the plugin or the app. You go to your form section, the form that you created, so the influencers can fill their stuff out. You send it to the influencer. They onboard it. They're gonna onboard to that app, so it creates an account, right? And now you can start sending them product, setting maybe even a contract as well if you want to, right? But like all of this stuff depends on how you create a relationship with the influencer. Communication, super important. Like it's not just with the influencer, it's overall. This from your personal life. So just treat the influencer as your friend. Don't treat them as just another money making machine for me. Yes, that's the goal, right? But they're human as well. So just communicate with them. I don't know, through WhatsApp or still keep it on Instagram or whatever, right? Keep them accountable, right? Send them the product, right? Check after it ships, and now start talking to them, start calling them, start messaging them. Hey, when are you getting to work? Do you need help with a place? Do you need help with some content, right? Just it's simple as that. A lot of people, especially in this fashion space or like brand owners, they just tend to pay like someone, and now they expect that person to do everything for them. It's not how it works. Everyone plays their role, right? And you as the fucking CEO and the designer and the creative director and the owner of the brand, your job is to be constantly setting visions for people, setting the lifestyle, setting everything, right? So send them the product, accountability, and start creating the content, right? Now you can track, the sales that are coming through, their accounts, right? You can brainstorm with them, again, communication, relationship. You can brainstorm with them about content. You can give them some content inspiration, right? Obviously, the influencer that you chose and you qualified should already have some kind of skill set. So don't just look at likes and comments, just actually look at the videos and see like if they actually know what they're what they're doing in front of the camera, right? Skill set. As I said, that's why I said you don't actually need an influencer. You can get someone with a skill set of an influencer, which could again be cheaper, right? Once that happens, and now you're seeing sales, right? Let's say, so there might be a few paths that can happen. One is gonna work very well with the influencer, right? If that's the thing, you keep working with them. Maybe get them on a monthly payroll as well, on top of the sales, the percentage they're already getting, the products they're getting, because they're gonna be way more incentivized to do extremely more content for you. And what if now I can guarantee you that they have at least one person who's also an influencer around them. Don't you think now they're gonna tell, oh, this brand is so dope, I talk with the owner, I really fuck with the owner, I really fuck with the clothes because it's good quality. I like the vision of the brand, I like the brand image, I want to keep pushing their vision to my audience as well. Do you want to join? Right? And now you're creating suddenly an influencer pool. But all of this stuff happens on the premise of if you can communicate your vision properly, have a very, very, very good relationship with the influencer, right? And your product can be trash. If it's the typical Y2K, yes, there will be typical influencers that do typical Y2K stuff. It might work. I'm gonna talk about this, Y2K brand image thing in the next video and trend things. So just look out for the video. I hope this was a little bit helpful. I know this was theoretical and it was quite long, but theory first before practice, right? I'll see you in the next. Peace.